So now I'm going to cover linear compound and absolute value inequalities. So solving linear inequalities in one variable is our first objective. And you can go through the properties of inequality before you start looking at this video. So the first one, solve the inequality, graph the solution set, and write the solution set in set builder notation. So I'm going to solve number 1. We have 3 times x plus 4 is greater than 5x minus 8. So in earlier sections, we learned how to solve linear equations in one variable. So those are equations and these are inequalities. So the steps are the same except for the inequalities. So first we have to clear the brackets by using distributive property. So 3 times x plus 12 is greater than 5x minus 8. Now we are going to group all the variables together. So I'm going to subtract 5x both sides. So we get negative 2x plus 12 is greater than negative 8. Now we're going to move the 12 to the other side. So we get negative 2x is greater than negative 20. So if you look at the properties of inequalities in this worksheet, whenever you divide any inequality by a negative number, you have to flip the inequality. So here I'm going to divide by negative 2 both sides. So in this case, we are going to flip the inequality here. So greater than becomes less than now. So we get x is less than positive 10. So all the numbers which are less than 10 is going to be in our solution. That means 9, 8, 7. So let's graph this one. So I'm going to put all the notations here. So the graph is going to be, so if I take 0 and 10, all the numbers which are less than 10. So it's 10 is not included. So we have to use the open bracket here. So this is our solutions here. That is the graph notation. And then if you want to write the interval, so the interval notation is going to be starting from negative 10 infinity and goes all the way up to positive 10. And we have to write as a set in notation as well. So the set notation is the collection of all the numbers x, where x is less than positive 10. So I put all the notation on the sides. So let's look at problem number 2. Okay, so we have to first clear the brackets. So we get 8x minus 12 minus 3x plus 5. And combine all the like terms here. So I'm combining x and the constant. So we get 16 is less than or equal to 5x minus 7. Sorry, made a mistake. It is 16. So we get 5x minus 11. Okay. So add 11 both sides. So we get 27 is less than or equal to 5x. Divide by 5. So we get x is greater than or equal to 27/5. So graph is you don't have to worry about where this one is. Just put 27/5 and it's greater than, so it's going to go to the right. And also it includes the number because we have equal sign here. So you have to include that number. And then interval notation is going to be all the numbers greater than or equal to. So you have to put the closed brackets and the set. The set is set of all x such that x is greater than or equal to 27/5. Okay. So next, next problem, number 3. So we see decimal here. So let's distribute the decimal. First, clear the parentheses. And we're going to combine the like terms. So I'm going to subtract 0.5x both sides. So we get 0.2x is less than negative 3. And we're going to add 1.2 both sides. So we get negative 0.2x is less than 1.2. This 3 is going to be negative 1.8. So divide both sides by negative 0.2. So we get x is less than, sorry, here we have to switch the inequality because we are dividing by negative number. So it's going to be x is greater than 9. So the graph so it's greater than 9, so it's going to go from 9. It's open because it's not included. X9 is not included here. And the interval is 9, infinity. And the set is set of all x such that x is greater than 9. You have to make sure you put the greater than sign here whenever you're dividing by a negative number. The next one is going to be with fraction. So first we have to see what is the common denominator. The least common denominator for 4, 3, and 2 is going to be 12. So now multiply every numerator by 12. So we get I'm rewriting the problem here. So then I'm going to write, multiply each one by 12. So 12 times 12. So now 12 over 4 is 3. So 3x. Here 24 over 3 is 8. And you put the bracket and write the rest of the term. And then 12x. 12 over 2 is 6. Now clear the brackets first. Sorry. 8x plus 24. And combine the like terms here. So we get 11x plus 24 is greater than or equal to 12x minus 6. So now I'm going to add. So I'm going to rewrite 11x plus 24 is greater than or equal to 12x minus 6. Now subtract 12x both sides. Collecting the like terms here. So we get, I'm doing here. So we get negative x plus 24 is greater than or equal to negative 6. Next, subtract 24 both sides. So we get negative x is greater than or equal to negative 30. So when you divide both sides by negative 1, remember to switch the inequality. So it means x is less than or equal to positive 30. So we can graph here. So 0 and it's 30. And it's less than or equal to. So it's going to go to the left. And the interval is negative infinity to 30. 30 is included, so we have to put the close bracket. And the set is x such that x is less than or equal to 30. And the last problem in this section, again, it's a compound inequality. So we can see two inequalities here, one here and one here. So first let's clear the denominator. So the least common denominator is 5. So we're going to multiply everything by 5 here. Every single numerator you multiply by 5. So times 5 times 5 times 5. And then so we get 35 is less than 5 cancels out. So 3x plus 5 is less than or equal to 40. So you can see one is less than, the other one is less than or equal to. Now we have to get the x by itself. So to do that, first let's subtract everything, all the inequality by 5. So we get 30 is less than 3x less than 35. Again, there is 3 here, so we have going to divide all the inequality by 3, both sides by 3. So we get 10 is less than x less than 35 over 3. So that's interesting. So let's see how we are going to graph. Graph is the x is between 10 and 35 over 3. So if I put 10 here and 35 over 3 here, and it's, sorry, I have to put the equal sign here. That means this is open. One side is open, the other side is closed because there is no equal sign here. So this is our solution. One side is open, the other side is not open, it's closed. And then the interval is open, closed, 10, 35 over 3. And the set is x such that 10 less than x less than 35 over 3. Okay. Next. So that's the end of this section.